Hello, welcome to Home Designs by Amanda. I'm Amanda, and today we're going to talk about an alternative to use with some items you might already have with our paper pumpkin from April of 2017, a Sara thing. So with that, we have black card bases, which I think are really kind of neat. And then they even sent, the a white piece for on the inside. And then we're going to use another white piece, but I'm going to cut that from cardstock so I don't use all of my insides on one card. But what I'm going to show you is what I did. I got this. I like the cards that they have here, and I will probably do some of them. But like right away I needed an anniversary card for somebody. And I started working on it, and I had a different card base for it. But then as I was working on it, I liked the idea of putting it on a black card base, and I kind of went off of that. So I'm going to show you what I did using the ideas from here, but with other things. So what I'm going to get is I'm going to get some of the, I only have Celebration glimmer paper, so those are the colors I'm going to work with, but there is other glimmer papers in the catalog that you can pick from, and if you have other color glimmer papers, you can use those. I think today I want to use, I really liked the way the coloring came out when I used the, what is this, Bermuda Bay? Yes, when I used the Bermuda Bay, and I do have the cardstock for that. But I also have Sweet Sugar Plum cardstock and Mint Macaron cardstock. So I think today I want to use the Mint Macaron. It's a retiring color. So if there's any left, I don't know if there's anything left on the colors. I will look at that in a few minutes. But the Mint Macaron is a retiring coloring, so if you want anything from that, you will need to order that as soon as possible. I have a re-inker. I thought about getting a full-size ink pad, but I did not. I'm going to just keep with the ink spot that I have it on. But I know that those were almost out of stock, or out of stock for a little bit. So if you like that color, you might want to think about getting that real soon. Okay, so I have a piece of cardstock out here, and I'm going to make a card base background for that. Let's get this out of the way. It will be a little bigger than the insert. Let me see, I don't think I wrote that down. I didn't write that stuff down because I was in a hurry. I had a busy week, and I was like fitting it in where I could. So give me a minute, and I'm gonna go cut this and see what sizes I need. So there's our inside. We're gonna set that off the side. We have our card base there. Our glimmer paper we'll use in a second. Alright, so our colored cardstock is gonna be cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And our white piece is gonna be 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And that one I did angle it when I put it on the card. So maybe it was slightly smaller. Why does it seem like it's bigger? I don't know. However you like it. If you want to make it slightly smaller, you can. Thin the dies. I did see that it was on low inventory the other day, but they are not retiring, so they will get them back in stock. But we're going to use the bigger, fancier one that looks like this. So it's like similar to the stamp, but we're going to use the die. And we're going to cut our glimmer paper with that. I did use the precision plate, because that's what it's a delicate die. So a precision plate works better, and I did remember to use it on it. I have just not had time to clean everything up here. Give me a second. These over here. Okay. So I put a piece of white paper down. Why did I do that? But it worked. I don't remember why I did that, but it did. It worked. And I put this down this way. I think I was trying to keep from having glitter everywhere, but I don't know. It seemed like there was another reason, and I don't remember what it was. But I'm going to go ahead and put my glimmer paper down face down onto the white, and then I'm going to put my dye stencil, my dye down and run it through the machine. Run it through twice. I just ran it through once and brought it back through. I put down a piece of paper too on top of my foamy, just to keep glitter from being on everything, and try to get these little pieces out without having to poke all of them. Seems to be working pretty good. I think there's only one. There, we got it. Okay, so we have all of our pieces out. And it helps keep them from getting stuck in our foam there. So there's our glitter paper cut with the flourish die, and that we're going to, after we get some things going here, we're going to adhere that onto the white part. But first, before we adhere it, we are going to take some washi. And we got this washi in the paper pumpkin kit, and so I put a piece of it behind where I'm going to put this. And I did round the corners. What I did was, if you have a punch, you could do this. I used my envelope punch board because I have the thing leaning on the end. But what I did was, since you can't put washi tape directly in there and punch it and round it, I took a scrap piece of just paper, cardstock, whatever, and actually I can use a smaller piece than that even. Here we go, there's one. And I took the end of my washi and I lined it up. That was not lined up, but I did line it up with the edge of that, and then pulled it off, and I cut this extra off, obviously, because I want it square, because I'm using the rounding punch edge of my punch board. But you could do this with a punch. I do have a round punch. Maybe we should try using that to get an idea of what it would be like using something else. So get rid of that. So we have our washi with some stiffness to it. So since I have a punch here too, let's see what we can do here. So if we put it in from the back side, it will round it in, which would be how I'd want it. It would not be as round as if I used the punch board, but it would still be a crisper edge than me ripping or trying to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm doing is I'm putting it in here backwards, like this. Trying not to wrinkle up my washi tape behind me. There we go. And anywhere, I mean, it's a circle, so it's going to be the same all the way around. So then I'm going to just punch that off. So now I have a finished edge without it being completely straight. If you want it more rounded, use, whoa, whoa, dropping things. If you want it more rounded, you can use a smaller circle punch. That's the only circle punch I have, so I get the size I have. Or you can go ahead and use this rounding corner on the envelope punch board, or be similar to the rounded corner punch that you get for the Project Life thing that I'll be retiring as well. So with that, so then I took my piece of cardstock off. Ooh, that one didn't come off quite as well. My other one came off really nice. There was like nothing left, and this one has a little bit of paper left. Hopefully it'll stick. If not, I'll just put a glue dot behind it. And then I took it most of the way across the thing. See, so I'm going to need just a little bit of glue behind me. Maybe I'll use Tom & Bono glue. And then just cut that off. And then we have that first part. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue dots. The Sara kit came with a bunch of glue dots, so you will have those. And I'm going to grab... Usually I try to make alternatives of the paper pumpkin kit using as little extra supplies as possible. But this one I just was working away, and it just came together, and I really liked the way it looked when it was done. So I wanted to show you what I did. So there, you can kind of see the glue dot behind there, but at least it's sticking. I think once you get it all together, you're not going to notice that little glue dot sticking up out of there. So we're going to put glue dots on the back side of our flourish here. And I need to double check my picture here, because I already gave the other one to who was getting it. And then, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my glue dots on here, but we're not going to put it on just yet, because we need to put a sentiment that kind of comes in behind it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. I took a picture of it before I gave it away. I didn't take it off of my camera yet, and I wanted to tape this video. So I took a picture with my phone of the camera with it showing. So that's what I'm trying to make here. So that's what we're working on right now. We're going to put the glue dots there. We might need a couple more maybe, but we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and see how I want this. So I think I want it kind of like that. That's how I had it. That is not how I had it on there, but I like that. So let's see what this looks like here. Okay, I think I decided that what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the U so it fits like right around that. And then we can bring this down a little closer to it, and our happy birthday to you will go up here. Around the happy birthday to you, I think I want to use the dots. On the other one I did a rub with my dauber, you know, but I think with this one I want to do dots, the spots around it. Let's do the sentiment first. That probably would have been better. Okay, let's do the sentiment first. We'll put it on here. It's so nice and crisp. Look at that. Alright, let me get that off there. Let's come back with the dots and try this again. Let's try this. Okay. Put this out this way. And down here. Okay, I'm going to line this up with my corner of my washi, sort of. Not necessarily so it looks like it's sitting on it, but just so it's around it. Okay. Oh, that's a glitter piece. Okay. So, I think we are done with the stamp for now. So, we have our happy birthday to you. Let's put this on. No, we need to start at the bottom and work our way up. Let's all the way at the bottom. We'll start with the black. Okay. We're going to put this away from the light. So I'm going to start with some, I'm going to use my Fast Fuse. There are a lot of glue dots in the paper pumpkin, so if you don't have extra adhesive, there's enough glue dots for you to go ahead and put these down. Fast Fuse is just a little faster, so I'm going to use that. Here we go. Okay, and then we're going to start our layering. And this one I made it so that you're only getting more like 1/8 of an inch of the black border around it, but enough to show the black. Alright, and then we're going to Fast Fuse this on. Down. We want to check our angle here. And you can angle it, if you want to angle it that way, you can. I want this one going this way. And it's going to overhang the mint macaron background just a little bit. There's that. Oh, that's not too bad, but I've noticed that I messed up a whole card the other day when I used the basic black archival. Yeah, it's the archival stamping pad basic black. It just messed up the whole card. I had to tape because I thought it had been a while since I had stamped it, and I was putting it down and I smudged it and it just messed. This one I think I'm okay with. It seems alright. Not too bad. We really need to let it dry. I don't know how long that takes though. I mean, okay, I'm going to go ahead and try not to hit that again because I don't want to smudge it anymore. And we're going to put it on, and we want that kind of, let's keep it in the white. On the other one I got it up out of there, but that's because I had black all the way around it. On this one I want to keep it in the white. And I'm going to try not to move my hand. I'm going to just push it straight down so I don't, in case the ink's not completely set, I don't want to smudge it. And then there's a little bit of overhang, so I'm going to just take from the back side, take my scissors, trying not to cut the cardstock like that. Okay, I barely dinged it, it's okay. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to add our sparkly flourishy thing here. We can go that way with it, or we can come this way. Let's do that. So there's the outside of our card. I love the shimmer. That's just so pretty. I'll have to see what new ones they have in the new catalog, know what colors we're going to be going with for Glimmer paper for next year, or this coming Stampin' Up! Year, I should say. Alright, so, and then on the inside we have our white piece. You could put more of this washi across the top, or I had another washi that was also black and white from Stampin' Up! So it was a embellishment, paper pumpkin embellishment kit that was on clearance that I bought. So it's just kind of like an extra thing. So it kind of coordinates with it. Definitely has like the fadey kind of look that the U has, so I definitely want to use it. And so what I did was I just took it across the top, left a little bit of a margin at the top, put it across, and then I had another sentiment. For the anniversary card, there was a sentiment on the inside. For this one, I think I'll just leave it blank and go. Alright, so I'm going to use the leaves from the Flourishing Phrases stamp set. If you have different leaves, any leaves would be okay if they kind of coordinate with our Flourishing Phrases idea here. So normally you just kind of stamp your thing. Today I think I'm going to go ahead and do a brush kind of stroke, so it's going to give it extra texture in there. And I'm going to do that on there, and for some reason my pad is just not, they're not sticking. Okay, so I'm going to be like really weird. Since for some reason I'm having issues today with everything sticking, because I made a card earlier. It's just like one of those weeks. I made a card earlier and I couldn't get anything to stick, and it's like I needed to get it done because it needed to go out in the mail. So I'm going to just do this. I know, terrible, isn't it? So that, and then I'm going to turn it a second generation, just turn it a little. I love that kind of look, or it makes it look like two. Okay, so this is a lot harder to do with photopolymer stamps, but with the red rubber, not so bad. Just, ugh. Okay, so then we're going to take this and put it on the inside, and then we know where we have somewhere to write, since it's a black card base. Here we go. We have a happy birthday to you card, all done, slightly smudged, but not too bad. I think most people would overlook that. And then there's the inside. I even like it in that color. At first I was like, oh, this doesn't look as good as the Bermuda Bay, but now that it's done, it does look good. I like that. Basic black, you know, kind of goes with anything, right? Black and white and whatever color. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching this. It's a little out of my element for today, but I was just not feeling it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching this today. Thank you for coming to create with me, and I hope you come back again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!